never gonna come out the first time, never gonna come up the first time. I just spat all over the place. Hi world of YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna get right into this. This video is about my dog Marley, my Siberian Husky, as you might or might not know, and how he embarrasses me in public. Often Marley likes to do things that embarrass me or other people that are with him, like my dad or my boyfriend or whoever takes him out or he's with. It doesn't really matter, he doesn't care, he likes to embarrass people. So I just wanted to let you know about a few times that he has really embarrassed me, and if you're looking into having a Siberian Husky, just to let you know that you should keep in mind that these dogs are very, what's the word? Obnoxious. Yeah, I think that's it. Without blabbing on too much, I'm gonna get right to my story. One of the things Marley does that embarrasses me is fart. I don't mean farting at home, like whatever, this is his house, he has a right to fart. Or even farting outside. I don't care about that. Obviously he poops outside and he pees, so who cares, right? But sometimes I am walking this dog and, you know, I come across somebody and Marley is just walking and he starts farting, like not like a silent fart, no, it's a big fart, and he just keeps walking smiling, you know, like, yeah, just farted. So people like stare and I'm like, yeah, he's farting, it wasn't me. That's the thing, I don't care that he farts. I mean, it's funny, it's really funny, but sometimes people look at me like I'm the one who farted, and you know, most of the time it isn't. It's embarrassing. Sorry about that. Once my dad, he was with Marley like out on the balcony. It's a balcony, even though we lived like on the first floor, like the ground floor, it was still like sort of a balcony kind of thing, and it, you know, it looked out to like the park and everything, like people were right there. So my dad was just like, you know, standing there looking outside, and Marley was like right beside him, but you couldn't see him because of the wall of the balcony. Obviously you could only see my dad from like his stomach up. So Marley decides to fart, because he farts when he stretches, he usually farts. So people like in the park, they were right there and they turned around looking at my dad, and my dad was like, oh fuck, that wasn't me. But you couldn't see my dog, so you know, people thought my dad was the one farting, and he's done that to me many times as well, so it's really embarrassing. The second thing Marley does that really embarrasses me is that, well, this is another thing you should know about Huskies. They, well, you know, I think you've heard that they talk and they whine and they growl. They don't really bark. I mean, they do bark, but it's very rare. But when he wants something, like for example, if he wants me to take him out because he has to pee or whatever, or he ran out of water and he's letting me know, or even if he's playing, or if I'm telling him to do something and he doesn't want to do it, he starts whining. Okay, it's not like a normal whining dog. No, it really seems like you're killing him. Like you're stabbing the dog, because he starts whining so loud and in such a way that it's like, what are you doing to the dog? So, you know, I really think people, like my neighbors, they think that I don't know, I hurt Marley or something, that I stab him every day, because sometimes it's like, oh my god, Marley, everybody can hear you, like everybody, you are such a loud dog. Huskies are very loud dogs. So sometimes, you know, you can have problems with the neighbors. I haven't had any problems, but it's actually pretty common. So, and they do this in public as well, not only at home. So if you get embarrassed because you don't want like people to notice you or whatever, don't take a husky out with you, because yeah, they like to talk loud. The third thing that Marley does, well, this is not something that he does, it's something that he did. And this was actually, it was embarrassing, it was sad, and it was, I don't know, it wasn't a good situation really. But you know, where I lived before, well actually a couple of houses back, my neighbor, we were on the ground floor, we had like a little garden, and next to us we had another garden, our neighbors and all that, right? So our neighbors, they had a rabbit. You can see where the story is going, right? They had a rabbit, and what they did is, because they shouldn't have done this though, I mean, I love animals, I love rabbits, but I wouldn't have done what they did. They just left him out like in the garden by himself. They weren't even really, like, almost never like looking after him. They just let him run around, which I think that's great if it weren't for the fact that this rabbit loved to dig, and obviously he dug under like our fence and he got into our garden. I wasn't there, my mom was. And my dog, well, he ate the rabbit. He ate my neighbor's rabbit. That is a terrible story. That really made me sad. I felt so bad for the rabbit, but how could you just leave a rabbit running around the garden knowing that you have like a big husky dog right next door and just leave him there without, you know, watching over him? So that wasn't really our fault. She tried to blame it on us, like you should teach your dog not to eat rabbits. If any of you guys know how to do that, please let me know down below, because I don't know how to teach Marley like not to go after small animals. Like it's his instinct, and huskies have a very high prey instinct. Is that what it's called? I think it is. So I really can't do anything about it. I mean, I'm sorry for the rabbit. Then they got a new one and they did exactly the same thing. They left him there. No, you know what they did? They went over to the fence. They called Marley, and Marley was like looking at them through the fence. They had the bunny, like the new bunny, and they were like, look, you can't catch him now. Who does that? Who does that? That's crazy. What are you trying to do? You're trying to get that rabbit killed or something? What is wrong with you? I don't know. Their heads didn't work too well. Anyway, so that was sort of embarrassing and it was sad. But okay, another thing that Marley does all the time, like every time we go out, is it's not really digging, because it's not like he just goes and digs. That when he pees, you know, when dogs scratch away like to try to cover what they do, well, he does this but in such a way that it's so exaggerated that it really looks like he's dug a hole. And if there are like small dogs right next to him, he buries them and they're all like covered in mud and dirt, and their owners are like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to shower you. It's like, yeah, sorry about that, but I can't help it. I mean, I try to pull him off like on the leash so he can stop, but you know, he just does that and it's a little bit embarrassing. Another thing that he does is that, like, related to the small dogs, whenever I'm out with him and like small dogs come and play with him, I think it's perfectly fine. But you know, Marley is, I mean, he's a big dog, and for a husky, he's actually pretty tall, and he's got really long, I just spat all over the place, and he's got really long legs. So when small dogs come and play with him, he likes, you know, I don't know, I think most huskies do this, like, and other dogs, but he smacks them like with his legs, and I'm telling the owner, I just don't want, you know, Marley to hurt them. He's like, oh, it's okay, and he smacks them like, yeah. Something else that he does is that I mean, this is good about him, but it's a little embarrassing, is that when he loves everybody, okay? Marley is like the worst guard dog ever. He loves everybody. He's gonna go with anybody. If the pizza guy comes, Marley's like walking off with him. He doesn't care. He doesn't look back. He doesn't care. And one time he ran away. He was with my parents. I wasn't like in town, and my parents were taking care of him. So he ran away, and my parents were chasing him all over the little town where we lived. And they got to this huge park where they saw him. And the thing with Marley is that when he runs away, he usually like sprints and you lose sight of him, but when you find him, he does like stare around you, like he wants to know you're there, but he loves exploring so much that he just goes off. And this is like very common with huskies. But you know, he still has his little eye looking out, like, where are you? Oh, okay. So, you know, my parents were in the park, they found him, and there was like a police car with 2 cops outside the car. And so my parents told the police, our dog just ran away, our dog just ran away, it's that one over there. And they're like, why don't you just call him? Believe me, it doesn't work with Marley. It doesn't work with many huskies, okay? It's not only Marley. But so my parents are like, we tried calling him, but he doesn't come to us. So the policeman's like, he starts calling him, and Marley comes like a jolly good happy dog, you know, just like a happy dog to them. And so they give him water and they catch him. It's like, are you sure you're his owners? And they're like, yeah, well, it's my daughter's dog, but he should still listen to us. So, you know, Marley, he doesn't obey well when he runs away. But then somebody else calls him and he's like, oh yeah, hi, my name's Marley. How you doing? Like, thanks. You just made me look good. Can you hear that? Okay guys, these are some of the things that Marley does to embarrass me. Obviously this isn't like, it's all good fun, it's funny, it's not really, it is embarrassing. I mean, the farting in public and eating my neighbor's rabbit is embarrassing, but it's still funny. It's part of who he is. He's a husky, and these are things that maybe some husky owners won't tell you, but hey, if you really want a dog, a husky dog, this is what, you know, this is what it is. I'm here to tell you the truth about them, the good things and the bad things. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any stories about your pets and them embarrassing you in any way, please let me know down below in the comments. I really want to read your stories. If I come up with more stories, I might do a second part to this video. And yeah, thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Bye.